talking to Matt from Peekskill Brewery, and Matt's come all the way here with a new release, right?
Yep, new release. It's called Uncommon Rye Lager. It's a new beer we're distributing pretty widely. It's light, crisp, American hops, rye spice, pretty dry. We added rye into this one to really, dry it out. It adds this like spiciness that I think melds well with the hops that we're using from Washington State.
Yeah, so I see, you'll see like on the menu a lot of these rye beers. Now, what is rye like? That's part of the malt that you put in. It's like a rye malt.
Yeah, it's another grain that we're using. So usually beers are made with malted barley. Malted rye is just a different, thing to work with, different variable. It's like I said, it dries it out. That's a pretty discerning quality, but it's also the spiciness, and it's just different. You add it in small quantities. It's a nice element to work with, but it's definitely not sweet. It's just it's crisp.
Yeah, there's a lot there. You can taste that. It's almost like a grassiness to it a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Which is also the hops we're using there.
Yeah. It's a really good beer. Nice and crisp.
Yeah.
So you're saying the rye, it's a little more of that spiciness. It's a little more of a grainy kind of.
Yeah, I mean there are tons of. You could have a Belgian beer with rye. You could have a dark beer with rye. You could have, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of, it's just another grain that just is different than barley. That's fun to work with sometimes.
So it's kind of like a wheat beer where they put like the wheat in there.
Sure.
Instead of the wheat, this is rye.
Yeah,
so
wheat's
where
a different
the
thing.
wheat goes kind of like lighter, this gives a little more body to it.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's less body. It's more like crispness. I don't. It's hard to really describe. And
you have to taste it.
You have to taste it. There's also that spiciness that comes from rye is pretty distinct. That's like the most distinguishing aspect of it. I can taste it in this beer. It's just it's definitely like wheat's light. Wheat's a little bit fuller. Rye is just a little bit like crisper. It just cuts it.
It really does. There's not a lot of aftertaste either. It just kind of it's there. I like it. It's really good. So Peekskill Brewery, you guys are obviously located in Peekskill.
Yep.
And you distribute beer around. People can grab your beers.
Yeah. So we're right on the Hudson River at Bear Mountain in Peekskill, right at the train station. You can take the train up or down, and we distribute throughout the Hudson Valley and to the city.
Right.
A lot in Brooklyn, a lot in Beacon, some in Albany. So we're kind of all over the place. And
so next time you're out, look for the rye, give it a try, and that rhymed. And let us know what you think. All right, Matt, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you.